Stop cooking boring chicken drumsticks. These chicken lollipops look like something you'd order at a restaurant, but one step in the prep takes forever, and if it doesn't improve the final result, I'm never doing it again. Welcome back to Backyard Pit Lab. I'm Jason, and today we'll be cooking these chicken drumsticks on a Weber Kettle. Let's get right into it. I ran out of tumbleweeds but got creative with using paper towels and vegetable oil to start up my charcoal chimney. As I wait for it to ash over, it's time to take these chicken drumsticks and turn them into lollipops. Making chicken lollipops isn't difficult, but it does take some patience. I'm removing the tendons and cleaning the bones so each drumstick gets that restaurant style presentation. The question is whether all this extra work actually makes them better. Does pushing down the meat actually make them more juicy? This was easily the most time consuming part of the cook. Pushing the meat down the bone creates that classic lollipop look, but this little bone has a knack for digging into your thumb. After trimming a whole batch, you'll know exactly what I mean. After fighting with the bones and getting all the meat pushed down, I'm still not done. Next, I had to trim the excess skin and carefully tuck all the meat underneath. The idea is to protect the meat from the heat and give each lollipop a cleaner, more professional look. With the prep finally out of the way, it's time for the rest of the seasoning. Since I dry brined these with salt the night before, I don't want to add any more salt at this stage. Instead, I'm using a custom seasoning blend that I made specifically for this purpose, so I can build flavor without oversalting the chicken. By now, the chimney should be ready. Shake off any excess ash. Then clean the vents at the bottom. Go ahead and pour the hot coals into the Vortex and place it in the middle of the Weber Kettle. The concentrated heat from the Vortex is what's going to help give these chicken lollipops that crispy skin and beautiful color. I like to add wood chunks for extra smoke flavor. The chicken is finally ready for the grill. When I'm cooking lollipops on the Vortex, I like to keep the bones pointed toward the center. That way they're taking the direct heat instead of the meat, which helps everything cook a little more evenly. This is one of the reasons I keep coming back to the Vortex. It cooks chicken incredibly fast, but unlike traditional direct grilling, I don't have to worry about grease dripping onto the coals and causing flare-ups every few minutes. At the end of the day, that's why I started this channel. I'm always looking for barbecue methods that are easy, repeatable, and delicious. If that's your kind of cooking, consider subscribing and joining me for future cooks here on Backyard Pit Lab. Back to the cook. This recipe cooks fast, so I only spend 5 minutes at each vent position. I usually start every cook at 12 o'clock position in relation to the handle. Then I move it to the 6 o'clock position for 5 minutes. Then I move it to the 9 o'clock position for 5 minutes. And then finally, I move it to the 3 o'clock position. This helps the chicken cook evenly all the way around. By now, the chicken has reached about 165 degrees internally, so it's time for my favorite part, the glaze. I'm brushing on some homemade barbecue sauce, but any good barbecue sauce will work here. This is where these lollipops really start to look the part. The sauce should only take about 5 to 10 minutes to tack up. After 2 to 5 minutes, go ahead and flip the lollipop so you can sauce the other side as well. At this point, I also like to rotate them so the meat is facing closer to the Vortex. Since we're almost done cooking, I want to take advantage of the extra heat. This is the final stage before we pull them off the grill. While the chicken is already safe to eat, dark meat really shines at a higher temperature. I'm looking for an internal temperature closer to 185 degrees, which helps render more of the connective tissue and gives you a more tender bite. Once you're happy with the color and the sauce is set, it's time to pull the chicken off the grill. Let it rest for about 5 minutes to allow the juices to redistribute before digging in. Now comes the moment of truth. These lollipops look incredible, but looks were never really the question. The real question is whether all that extra trimming, scraping, and shaping actually made the chicken taste any better. After spending all that time turning drumsticks into lollipops, would I do it again? For a party or when I want to impress guests? Absolutely. Regular weeknight cook? Probably not. They look fantastic, but the extra prep doesn't really translate into a better tasting piece of chicken. Man, so juicy, so good. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for my daughter to try it. It's nice and sweet. Tastes just like a lollipop.